Hey guys, this is a live ads build out for coaches and consultants. This is going to be built on Instagram and Facebook, so Meta. Information about myself: I've worked and currently working with some of the biggest info product guys in the space. From Kai Bax, I've managed a lot of his clients. Sanders Stage, he flew me out to Italy so I can showcase my $10 million ad account live a few years back for his old course. Work closely with Jordan Planty, and I was managing the creative team, but also the paid social team as well, and managing his ads for the agency and also a lot of his high spend ad accounts too. And more recently, working closely with Serge Guattari. All of these guys are multiple six figures per month. Kaibax, $1 million per month. Sander is at $650K per month right now. Jordan is around $300K per month, and then Serge Guattari is around hovering $500,000 to $600,000 per month. So there's a lot of ads, but this build out is going to be my money. It's my ads. So I don't have millions of dollars yet, but we're going to be doing a small spend, $100 per day. So the agenda of the video is going to be, I'm going to be showcasing the specific video ads, the specific scripts word by word. It's already filmed and edited and ready to go. They're already in the account. We'll go over the specific scripts, why I'm using this. This is for coaches and consultants, or if you sell anything expensive online. We'll go through the specific ad copy, why I'm using some specific ad copy. We'll go to the creative tracker, so what I use and what I use for some of the bigger clients as well that are spending a lot of money. So we can track specific hooks and bodies, like the winning videos, essentially. And then we'll go through the nuances of how to actually navigate the ads manager, ad account, which buttons to click, and you'll understand my decision-making process of why I'm doing specific things, why I'm using a specific funnel, and what's the use cases here, and how I would allocate a small ad budget of $100 per day. So that's $3,000 per month. So let's get right. Okay, so let's go over the specific video scripts, like what videos I'll be using for the ads, what ad copy I'll be using, what landing page and funnel I'll be using, and then the creative tracker. So let's go through the scripts. We have 7 scripts here, and then I have one more. As you can see on the left-hand side, I'm not sure if you can see it, but it's ICP, so who am I targeting, plus their pain point. Most pain points for my ICP, I'm targeting rich people that are already running ads. So it's one of the smallest TAMs, targetable addressable markets. So if you just target coaches and consultants, it's still small, right? So that's everybody. But I'm targeting people who are already running ads, which is from here to here. Most markets are here, very big. Now I'm doing coaches and consultants and a small subsection of coaches and consultants. So my cost per lead is going to be astronomically expensive, and my cost per qualified book call is going to be freaking expensive. And I'm completely fine with that, because I would rather pay like a $1,000 cost per qualified book call than work with people that don't have much money. So I'm completely fine with that. Also, this is for a challenge, so 0 to 100K per month challenge. So I've been in the space for around 6 years or so, and this challenge has just started 22 days ago. I had to start with $0, not using any existing capital or any existing anything. So yeah, this challenge has been quite tough for the last 22 days. But I digress. Let's get right into it. So there's 7 videos here, and then I have one more, which I'll showcase in a bit. So the scripts, this is the actual video scripts, word by word, what I'm using. In 7 days from now or 10 days from now, I'll review the data for you guys so you guys can see like how expensive it is or how good it is doing, and what are the bottlenecks, so we can resolve them real time, so you can learn from my mistakes and real data from behind the scenes. Also, I don't sell any course, but I do done for you for rich people. Very, very expensive. So I want to give a heads up. That's what the ads are for. So ICP. So who am I calling out? So coaches and consultants who are already spending money or have a lot of money. Pain point, show up rates. Here, ICP plus lead quality. That is another problem that coaches who are running ads experience. ICP plus case study. You can see that it's low. So I'm using smaller numbers. 272 book calls. This is for a different client, but this is not my metrics, but this is the metrics that I generate for my client. 272, that's not a lot of spend, but that is a small case study. This one is a case study, but medium size, so around $250,000 of ad spend, $278,000, and then I have all my proof and images and all that stuff. It's going to be on the video ads itself. It's already edited. And then we have case study and high, so using big numbers. 18,000 B2B leads. So we spent $500,000 for this, case studies on the video, $9.7 million generated for from $500,000. Then we have ICP, so coaches and consultants, plus belief shifting. So what they've tried in the past and why it didn't work, and then what's actually going to move the needle. And then I'm using some keyword hacking, so using Alex Hormozy. And then I have 2 of these, so belief shifting 1 and 2, Alex Hormozy. So that's the video ads that I'm using. The ad copy, I want to give you a heads up, ad copy on the ads, like Facebook ads, has one of the lowest lifts. It doesn't really produce too much results. It's not going to change the cost per book call from like $200 down to $25. That the ad copy doesn't do that. Where you want to do the targeting is going to be on the creative itself. So videos or images, primarily videos, especially for hyper competitive industries. Okay, so this is ad copy. I have it as an ad copy 2, ADC2. We have the headline, and then we have the ad copy. Here, you don't have to put too much time here. Where you want to spend most of your time is your video scripts and the strategy behind it. Here, this is the headline, so I just have my ICP, and then what their pain point is, can't scale past 100K per month. That's my targeted demo. So that's the headline. This is the primary text, so the actual ad copy. So I just want to call out my ICP, running ads. That's the main thing. I mean, you can give a bit more information about your unique mechanism, a bit of case studies here, but that's not gonna really make the biggest lift. And then a quick CTA. I've seen people use like dynamics for A/B testing a lot of ad copies. It doesn't do well. I'd rather spend that money doing creative testing on the actual images or videos or offers or funnels. So don't spend too much time on the ad copy. Okay, we have our landing page, so it's a VSL. I have my pre-headline, my post-headline, VSL itself, CTA, and then also mentioning if they're spending money on ads. And then when they click on book a call, it goes to a type form and then goes to a Calendly. By the way, this is a lot of friction. Like, let me do a refresh. I'll show you how much friction this is, and which is I'm completely fine with. And I would pay this amount. You can see, yeah, because I already watched it. So when it's a brand new, if you just refresh the cookies, it's actually locked. People can actually book in a call. So I'm forcing Facebook to actually get my cost per book call much more expensive. So I'm only getting qualified people. Right? You can have it as people can click on whatever, but I got to make sure they're at least watching 2 minutes of the video, or like a percentage of the video first before they go to book in a call, like go through the questionnaire, which is a time form. So without the lock of like booking a call, the cost per book call is going to be much lower. It's going to be maybe $100, $200, which I'm completely fine with. But I'd rather get that higher quality. That's going to be easier for closing, easier for show up rates. But obviously, you got to make sure that the economics pan out in terms of your cost per acquisition, your cost per book call. So do it sparingly. You don't have to do it all the time. I wouldn't recommend this for a lot of people. For me, I can do it because I'm willing to take such a very, very expensive cost per book call. I have the math breakdown. I'm okay spending a cost per qualified book call of $1,000. A lot of people can't do that. Their cost per qualified book call for most of my clients is around $100 to $200. But for me, I'm very aggressive and I'm okay spending a lot of money, even if it's failing, because now I can showcase what's working, what's not working at a faster rate for you guys, for content. Okay, so that's the video scripts I'm using. That's the ad copy I'm using. This is the landing page I'm using. Also, I want to give a heads up for people that have been here since day 1 of the challenge. If you just go through my Instagram, you can go through the challenge with me day by day. I post daily. One of my biggest bottlenecks right now is the VSL itself. It's not a good VSL in terms of the actual content. I go way too in depth in terms of case studies because I have a lot of case studies. Like the case studies I go too in depth where I talk about for 5 minutes. It's good that you have a lot of case studies, or like for me, it's good that I have a lot of case studies. It's bad that I'm talking too much about the case studies, that the retention drops. That's not good. People care more about what I can do for them, which is scale their coaching or consulting business to make more money. They care less about my case studies. Case studies, I'm working on a new VSL where it's a bit more polished and I talk less about the case studies where I condense it quite a bit from 5 minutes down to 30 seconds, 60 seconds or so. Okay, so that's the scripts, that's the ad copy, that's the funnel. Let's go to the ad copy, the actual creative tracker. So this is a creative tracker. On the left-hand side, you'll see the specific codes. I blocked over video 1 to video 20 because I still need to fill it out and have all the links there. But these are the newest videos. I have 8 new videos. On the left-hand side, you can see which specific videos I'm running. The concepts. You can notice here on the concepts, I'm running a horizontal video for 7 of them. I want to A/B test this. The first 20 were all vertical, so for reels, right? And also for 1x1s. So that was the 1x1 and 9x16. For this, I want to do a test where I can show you guys the data of like what's the performance like for horizontal, which is like this vertical for like YouTube, but this for ads. So it's going to be horizontal, 16x9. My angles, they're all video ads. They were completed yesterday, and I have the specific links, and they are, the status is they're ready to launch, and then I'll have the launch date here, and then if it's a winner, I'm gonna ping it here. So this, I just built this out, but this is what I use for a lot of the accounts that are spending quite a bit of money. We have an ad copy tracker, so we'll add ad copy to here for the headline and the description and the body. The status here, if it's a winner, on, off, in progress. And then landing pages as well. I need to fill this out in terms of, because I've tested quite a bit of landing pages so far in the last 23 days. Okay, so let's look at the concepts so you guys can really understand like why I'm using specific videos. So 16:9. But I'm using Niels Clement's inspiration for the videos, for some of them, for two of them. Reason why Niels is around, he spends a lot of money on ads, around $100,000 to $200,000 per month. Niels is currently at 10 million ARR right now. He is the founder of Perspective, and if you are in the coaching high ticket space, you probably see a lot of his ads. He does like funnel buildouts. So that is Niels. I'm getting a lot of inspiration of his winning creatives and his winning scripts. So I'm using two of these. Then I have a case study led video that has low, medium, high. Reason why there's three different case studies that are smaller, medium, and then big is for each ICP, it's going to resonate completely differently based on what numbers you use. I'll give you an example. For people that are only at $20,000 per month, if I show them a case study at 9.7 million, that's so far out that it's not even relatable, and the probability of them clicking on the ad or just even watching the ad for relatability is not going to work out. So that's why I have low, medium, and high. So we'll see the quality difference here and also where the revenue threshold is. So if I see that, oh, we're getting a lot of bookings at the case study that is low, like a lot of leads and book calls, that's good. But what is the quality like? And we'll do a qualification breakdown later down the line. And then also for high, I'm okay if the volume is lower on the case study that is high, like big numbers, but I got to make sure the quality is top notch. And then we have belief shifting as well, and then keyword hacking. So this is animated plus using, so coaches, using the ICP first, and then using a big keyword, which is Alex Hormozi. Reason why, if you just do a Google search of like how much search sessions are in Alex Hormozi, we already have a big condensed group there. So it's gonna help optimize the pixel a bit more, searching for people who already are interested in Alex Hormozi. However, this is still a test. I've tested this for some of the other big accounts, and it has worked amazingly. So I want to test it out for myself. So doing some keyword hacking, trying to hack into Alex Hormozi's group, have his name in the video script, and then also a picture on the video itself. 9:16, so this now is going to be a vertical video. This is AI video, not AI video, but this is a faceless video. This is inspired by 0x100x inspo. This is a different type of animation, so much different. This doesn't use my face. This is hyper animated. This is faceless. It's beautiful. So let me show you, let me show you exactly what the videos look like. Let's go with video 22, so you guys can see the specific codes here. So this is a $9.7 million case study, and then I have the ads manager on the right-hand side. So that is, yeah, my video. So the 7 videos that are animated 16:9, they're gonna look something similar like this, but all different types of scripts. My internet's kind of wonky. But yeah, so wide angle shows a bit of background. And then let me show you another one so you guys can have a bit of more insights of what I'm actually running. Coaches and consultants, Alex Hormozi. I know you guys can't hear this, but I just want you to look at kind of the flow and how it looks like. My cat's on the bottom left. Okay, so you have a gist of what the ads are being, ran. And then we'll look at this one. This is hyper animation. So
coaches and consultants, you have
1 minute long. So pretty solid. So we have 8 creatives to test, video ads. Budget is going to be $100 a day. So we'll probably find some winners between day 7 and day 10, start heavily optimizing it. So yeah, this will be pretty fun. So now we have gone through the scripts, we've gone through the ad copy, we've gone through the funnel, like the actual landing page. We've gone through some of the videos of how they look like. And now let's go through actually building it out. So you guys can, yeah, here's my case studies. I have a lot of case studies, which is good. Okay, now let's go through the actual ad account. So we have the campaign name, HD, conversions, lead form to VSL, ABO 06.27. So what I've tested in the past before, scheduled events, because I hate setting. That's why my metrics are so expensive, because I'm not optimizing for leads whatsoever. So I was doing scheduled events direct to the account lead, direct to the type form, tried the VSL, but I need to reshoot the VSL, but I didn't use the lead form. Now we're going to use the lead form so I can actually collect a cheap lead, because if I do it on the type form, it's a lot of questions, like 9 questions. On the lead form, I can collect, maybe 1 or 2 conditional logic questions, email, phone number, and etc. at a very cheap rate. For my rate, I'm okay spending maybe $100, $150 for a lead, qualified lead. However, this is for coaches and consultants. For my clients, it's pretty cheap because they're not in a hyper competitive industry. We're going to get leads all the way down to $1 to $50, $10. It's pretty jam cheap. But for my metrics, since this is my money, I can be very, very aggressive, and I'm okay with expensive costs. Okay, so we have the campaign. We are optimizing for leads, all right? And we're going to do an ABO. We're going to do broad USA. This is so sick because I can show you how I built it out. So for a typical ad, you typically want 3 to 5 videos per ad set, depending on the spend. Right? But that's going to be max, no matter how much money you're spending. If you're spending $10,000 a day, keep it at 5 ads max per ad set. So it's much more efficient, and some of the ads get a bit more spend. So we can see what creatives are we using. We have 8 creatives here. Let's use 4. We're going to do VV21 to VV24. So VV21 to VV20. This is so cool. I'm actually really cool. I'm really happy that I'm building this out for you guys. I'm okay if it's, the video is not polished, but this is the information that would help me when I first started out, because I don't know how to navigate the ads manager. I would have so many questions. So I want you guys to learn from my mistakes. Okay, now we're going to do instant forms, because we've never done instant forms for this ad account. I've accepted this. Maximize number of leads. Dynamic creatives, nope, not right now. For bigger spends, yes. Daily spend, we're going to use 2 ad sets. So 4 ads, 2 ad sets, $50 a day. For bigger accounts, I like to set it at 12 a.m. on the next day. USA, more options, 18 plus. We're going to do languages, English. This is going to be we're going to do English, US, and UK. Okay. And then I'm going to exclude some audiences. Exclusion list. This is going to be for broad, but I'm not going to exclude Instagram engagers and Facebook engagers. So that means a bit of traffic is going to go for retargeting, which is completely fine. So if you follow me on Instagram, you're going to definitely get some of my ads for sure. But I want to give you the reasons why I'm doing this. Because when you do a bit of exclusions, you only want to do it for either existing customers and clients and stuff like that. What I've noticed for a majority of the accounts, it actually gets my new NCPA, my new customer acquisition costs, a bit higher. However, you have to A/B test this for yourself. In terms of my data, having way too many exclusions actually was detrimental for me. So I like to keep it a bit broad. Also, if I do this too much in terms of the customer list, even with a small account, my CPMs are just crazy. Okay. Advantage plus audience, and then placements, advantage plus placements. We're not going to use manual placements. Okay, so the naming convention is going to be VV21 to and copy 1 to LP3. So video 21, right? We're using this one. And oh, the ad copy is actually ad copy 2. Right, we're using this one, ad copy 2. And we have the headline and then the body. Okay, my Instagram page, Facebook page, I don't even think I have any followers here. Let's not use that lead form. Okay, we're gonna do. Okay, the videos are already updated, so let's do create. So on the ad level, click on setup creative, click on video ad. Now we can do, it's video 21, so all I have to do is video 21. Okay, because I already updated it, I already added a naming convention. So it's very, very easy for me to actually add it. You can see the video real quick. Let me turn off the audio. So yeah, that's crisp. I'm very, very excited to test this out. Obviously, even though it looks good aesthetically, you don't know if it's going to perform well until you put money behind it. Right.
And helped him close.
Okay, so now we have this. So it's going to be for 16 by 9 for everything. Okay, so we go here, click on next. Always have this as learn more. Okay, let's get the ad copies here. I'm going to put this in headline. High ticket coaches and consultants. Yeah, we might want to remove high ticket because this is going to make the headline, people can't read it, but it's completely fine for me. Okay. Let's get the ad copy, put it here, make some space so it's easier to read it. Okay. The more space you have in between your ad copy, the better it is to actually read it. That's why I do it, because if you don't have the spaces, it's just going to be a big, big chunk of text, and it's very, very hard to read. When I create my ads, I'm like, okay, would I watch this ad? Would I even read this ad copy? But that's a small, this is sick. Nice. Okay, so we have the ad copy. We have the creative. Make sure here, turn this off. If you just apply this, it's basically telling Facebook, spend more money for me, which is not good. I keep the description empty. Learn more, got my pixels. Okay, now let's actually create the lead form. So I'm gonna do HD, LP3, lead form to VSL. So we're gonna do more volume. You're gonna A/B test higher intents later down the line, but I'm not gonna do this. Grading, remove background image. That's very, very subjective. You can use it. It's not gonna give a biggest lift. So we can do the ICP callout here. We can grab. I'll create some text here for the lead form. I'll do that later. Okay, let's go through the questions. Email, full name, phone number. Let's make sure this is not optional. So we'll have conditional logic question. Since I'm okay making my my CPL pretty expensive, we'll have 2 questions here. Most of the time, you usually want 1 question. So my first question, we'll have it as conditional logic. Are you a coach or a consultant? Okay, so we have our first question. So are you a coach or consultant? We'll have no, we'll have yes. Reason why I have no here is people, their fingers already primed to click on yes. Over here, I just want to make sure that they need a split second to actually read it. So for funnel hackers, they'll most likely click on no. So we'll do a closed form. And then I do want to have a second question as well, with the information I really need. So we'll go to question, and we'll go to create new question here. So what is your Instagram handle? And then we'll do submit form and page for leads. Perfect. Okay, so the first question is, are you a coach or a consultant? And we have the second one, what is your Instagram handle? We'll make sure this is not optional. So are you a coach or a consultant? Then if they click on yes, it's gonna ping the Facebook pixel just to make sure we get more people like that. And they'll go to the second question, which is, what is your Instagram handle? And after that, they'll go to end page for leads. So we have the privacy policy, and then make it this. So we'll have one last step. I'm going to create a description real quick for both this and also the intro section. So I'll be back real quick. Okay, I'm back. So created a quick intro here. So if you're serious about scaling profitably and want to see how the 9.7 million trust funnel works, book a call below. So I'll have it here because what I've noticed is sometimes people submit a lead, but the lead to booking ratio is pretty low. So just to prime them in their heads, like, oh, the end is going to be to book in a call. So we'll have here one last step, and then book a call below, and then the CTA is book in a call. And it goes to the VSL. So it's going to be a lead form, 2 questions, conditional logic question, Instagram question, lead information, and it goes straight to the VSL where they can book in a call. For me, I'm not worried about the auto bookings. For me, I just want to get the Instagram handle so I can actually send them some value assets on Instagram and some voice notes and some selfie videos just to make sure it's much more personalized. But yeah, that's the reason why I'm doing this. And that's why I'm adding a lot of friction. Okay, so we created a lead form. The lead form, it's LP3. We have the video. Everything is good here. I'll be back. I'm gonna get a UTM. All right, I'm back. Got the UTM, I'm gonna put it right here. So this is the UTM I use. So basically, if you go on Calendly or any of your backend, your CRM, you can see exactly which booking or lead information came from which specific campaign, ad set, and ad. Here I have the naming convention here, so I can see like, oh, this lead came from video 21 ad copy to LP3. So I know where, if I'm performing well in terms of the leads, the volume, I know exactly like, oh, I need to spend more money for video 21 ad copy to an LP3. The more money I put into a winning ad variation, the better the performance will be. All right, now let's add the 4 here. So I'm gonna do this off camera, and then so I don't have to waste your time. I'm gonna do a duplicate. Actually, I'll just show you guys right now. So how to do it, and then I'll do it for the other one. So click on these 3. Click here, do duplicates. Click on 1, 2. We'll do 3 because we're doing 4 ads. Yeah, I want to show you like the small details of how to kind of like save your time. So I have these 3 selected. I see that there's dash copy here. I do here, click find and replace, do this. I'll go here, go video 2, 22. I rename it so I can see what I'm actually running. Click on here, I remove the video. And then I go video, I go VV22. Skip, continue, skip. Make sure nothing is selected here. Make sure nothing is selected, please don't select anything here. It actually makes your performance much worse. Video 23. And video 24. And I am going to publish this, and I'm going to duplicate this ad set so I can put the other 4 videos in. Anyways, I'll be back once everything is uploaded. All right, so I'm back. So I've uploaded the other 4 videos. So we have 8 videos total. Let's review this in the next 7 to 10 days once I get a bit more spend. So for this batch of creatives, it's $100 per day for all 8. So yeah, we'll figure out what's winning in the next 7 to 10 days. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. So we covered the actual video ads in terms of the scripting, the ad copy, the landing page, the creative tracker, and decision-making process, and which buttons to actually click. So you guys can copy and paste this for yourself. This is just for purely documentation purposes, so you guys can know like what's working, why I'm doing specific things. Like if you copy this, it probably won't work for you because like I'm I'm okay spending a lot of money, even if it's for failures, for a very, very qualified prospect. For most accounts, I wouldn't collect the Instagram handle. You wouldn't do this. You would do this typically on the questionnaire, like on your Calendly or your type form. But for me, I would prioritize for myself, for my specific situation, the Instagram handle over the phone number or the email, because I would rather reach out to them via Instagram. It's much more personalized for my situation. For most of my clients, hell no, we don't do this. But for my situation, yeah, I prefer getting the Instagram handle so I can send over some selfie videos and also I can forward them my value assets. So any of the past reels that did well, that give a bit information about myself. And so I can make it much more hyper personalized. But yeah, that's the decision-making process. Hopefully this helps. Hopefully you guys learned something from here. Anyways, much love and talk soon. Cheers guys. Peace.